I'm back in Rock Hill. I lived in New Jersey for 20 years and raised a family, and I never told my family about it, my children anyway. And my daughter came down here and went to Winthrop in 1981. She saw an article in the paper, she saw my name and called me up, and she laid me out. Why I didn't tell her? I said, well, one thing, when I left Rock Hill, they called me a jailbird. And I say, you never brag about nothing to do. If you brag about it, that means you did it, so you have something to brag about. And I said, but we didn't brag. We had two worlds here, a black and white world. At that time, things was stagnated. We had certain places we could go, we couldn't go. So we felt the urge to join in with the city and move that had started in North Carolina and to try to make a change and make a difference in our hometown. See, we established a jail, no bail. And see, before that, it had come stagnated because every time you go to jail, the people had to bail you out, and it was costing the people of Rock Hill money. So when we went to jail, then the state and the city and the county had to take care of us. So that reversed it, that made a big difference in the movement because people felt if we go to jail, it'll make a difference. And that really started the ball rolling, and change was coming about. At that time, see, the adults couldn't afford to do this because they would lose their jobs. And being that we really had no main obligation except for school, that it wouldn't affect us as much as it would the adults. Everything we did was not for us because, like I say, if we benefited, fine, but if we didn't, we want the next generation. And just like my parents, we did it to make things better for them before they left, because if my father was living now, he'll be surprised that they got my name on a chair, they gonna put my name on the wall on Main Street. When in 12 years old, he brought me down here and I started shining shoes and cleaning up a barbershop on Main Street. I'm proud for them, not so much for me. I don't want to take no credit for it because it's what they instilled in us, to always do the right thing, work hard, and treat everybody right, respect everybody. See, and that is what mainly is wrong with the world now. Everybody don't respect everybody. See, if you don't respect yourself, you can't respect another person, and if you don't love yourself, you can't love another person. So this way, you got that love and respect. And once we get that connected, then America really will be great. Change is hard. People don't accept change as readily as they should, but then you shouldn't expect them to either, because when you brought up one way and that's the only way until a lot of times people that never mingle with people of the opposite race or anything like that, they don't know how that person is. Until you do that, then sometimes you got this prejudice thing about people, saying all people are bad and all people are this. And until you get involved with the people to sit down and talk to them, and just have a conversation. You don't have to talk about nothing, you just talk, and you find out that everybody's the same.
So do you think we've come far as a country since MLK? And do you think America fully understands the vision that he had?
Well, we came quite a ways, but we got a long ways to go. But see, Americans understand the vision, but they won't wrap their hand around it. They won't reject the vision. And when you do that, you're not rejecting the person that say it, the people that they say only fight for. He will fight for everybody. So when you reject his vision, you're rejecting it for everybody. And not just for black people, it was for everybody, his vision for everybody. So when you reject that vision of trying to bring America together as one, then you're rejecting, everybody.